Hello, third grade, and welcome to lesson 14-7. For this unit, we're going to work on measuring mass. Let's go ahead and hop into our lesson video, and then we will do our notes and our guided practice together.
How do you measure mass? Let's find out. A pan balance with gram and kilogram weights can be used to find the mass of an object. What is the mass of a box of chalk? When measuring mass, it is important to be precise. Use grams, kilograms, or both to find an exact measure. If the mass of an object is less than 1 kilogram, should you use gram or kilogram weights to find the precise mass of the object? For objects having mass that is less than 1 kilogram, use grams. If you estimate the mass of the box of chalk to be greater than 1 kilogram but less than 2 kilograms, which metric units will you use to measure its mass? For a mass greater than 1 kilogram but less than 2 kilograms, use grams and kilograms. To find the mass, place the box on one pan. Place enough gram and kilogram weights on the other pan so the pans balance. How do you know that the mass of the box of chalk is equal to the mass of the metric weights? When the pans balance, the masses of the objects on the two sides of the pan balance are equal. The box balances with one 1 kilogram weight, two 100 gram weights, and four 10 gram weights. So the mass of the box is 1 kilogram 240 grams. When recording measurements, always write the larger unit before the smaller unit. Can you use two 500 gram weights, two 100 gram weights, three 10 gram weights, and 10 1 gram weights to find the mass of the box of chalk? Explain. Yes, two 500 gram weights, two 100 gram weights, three 10 gram weights, and 10 1 gram weights also add up to 1 kilogram 240 grams.
Remember, 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams.
Different combinations of metric weights can be used to get the same answer. Now you know how to measure mass.
Okay, now that we've gone through our short video lesson and we talked about using a pan balance and gram and kilogram weights, you can see that when the pan balance is fully balanced, so it's straight on both sides, it's not leaning to one side or the other, that means that the weights are equal on both sides. So however much is here is the same as however much is here. So the mass of this box of chalk is equal to the mass of these weights that are on the other side. Let's go ahead and get into our notes and our guided practice. So how do you measure mass? We can use a pan balance and gram weights and then kilogram weights to find the mass of an object. And remember, when you can use both the gram and the kilogram weights to help you find the exact mass of an object. It helps you get a more accurate answer. Remember that the prefix kilo means 1,000, so 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. Let's take a look at some examples. Our first example says an adult manatee has a mass of 450 kilograms. What is the mass of two adult manatees? So I need to stop and think. If one manatee is 450 kilograms, and to find the mass of two, I either need to add 450 plus 450, or I can do 450 times 2. So to solve, remember you need to use your units in your answer. So 450 kilograms times 2, or 450 plus 450 gives you 900 kilograms. So 2 adult manatees would have a mass of 900 kilograms together. Another example says Meg uses 16 kilograms of butter to make 8 large batches of cookies. She uses an equal amount of butter for each batch. How many kilograms of butter are used for each batch? So I need to stop and think. Now I know that she uses 16 kilograms for all of them, and she uses the same amount for each. So I need to find out how much she uses. In order to do that, I need to equally share or equally divide the 16 kilograms between the 8 batches of cookies. So I'm going to do 16 divided by 8, and that's going to give me 2 kilograms. So I find out that she uses 2 kilograms of butter for each batch of cookies. Now here we have some weights drawn out. So we're going to write the total mass of the gram weights below. So we have 2 of them that are labeled 1 kilogram, 1 that's labeled 10 grams, and 2 that are labeled 1 gram. So I'm just going to add these up. 1 kilogram plus 1 kilogram gives me 2 kilograms. 10 grams plus 1 gram plus 1 gram gives me 12 grams. So I have 2 kilograms and 12 grams, or I can say I have 2,012 grams, because remember, each kilogram is 1,000 grams. Let's take a look at another example before our guided practice. It says Olivia put 220 grams of nuts in a bag, then she added more nuts. The total mass of Olivia's bag of nuts was 850 grams. How much did she add? So here I'm going to draw my bar diagram. So 850 is my total. The part that I know is the 220, and then A is the part that I don't know, which is how many nuts she added. So I can write this equation as 220 plus A equals 850, or I can write it as 850, take away the 220, will leave me with A, or will equal A. So over here, I stacked and subtracted. 0 minus 0 is 0, 5 minus 2 is 3, 8 minus 2 is 6. I didn't need to do any borrowing because all of my numbers on top were bigger than what I was subtracting from them on the bottom. So A is equal to 630. Olivia added 630 grams of nuts to the bag. Make sure you're always listing your unit. All right, let's take a look at our guided practice before we wrap up. Number 1 says, find an object that you think has a mass of greater than 1 kilogram and find another object you think has a mass of less than a kilogram. Use a pan balance to measure the mass of each. So for my item that was greater than a kilogram, I picked a full 1 liter bottle and I measured that with a pan balance, and it came out to be 2 kilograms and 10 grams, or 2,010 grams. For less than a kilogram, I picked a banana and it had a mass of 185 grams. Number 2 says, if you use a pan balance to measure the mass of a pen, would you use any kilogram weights? Explain. So no, you wouldn't need to use any kilogram weights because a pen's mass is less than a kilogram, so you wouldn't need any of the kilograms. For numbers 3 and 4, we have some weights drawn out, and we're going to find the total weight, or sorry, the total mass of these gram weights and kilogram weights. So here I have 1, 2, 3 of my 1 kilogram weights. So I put those in parentheses. And then I had 500 grams. So here I have a total of 3 kilograms and 500 grams, or 3,500 grams. And our last one, number 4, says we have 2 of my 100 grams plus 4 of my 10 grams plus 5 of my 1 gram. So I put these each in parentheses. 2 of my 100 grams equals 200 grams. 4 of my 10 grams is 40 grams, and 5 of my 1 grams is 5 grams. So 200 plus 40 plus 5 equals 245 grams. That takes us to the end of our guided practice and the end of this really quick lesson. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.